Hey everyone, today, I'm diving into a pressing issue that's gripping North Carolina in the wake of Hurricane Helene. This storm didn't just wreak havoc with its ferocity, it left countless families without homes, facing an uncertain future. Let's break down what's happening and what it means for those affected. So first, let's talk about the aftermath. Hurricane Helene hit western North Carolina with brutal speed, catching many off guard. One local, James Ferguson, shared a harrowing tale of escaping rising floodwaters only to find himself with no home to return to. Can you imagine that? The waters have receded now, but the scars remain. Search and rescue teams are still working tirelessly, and the death toll unfortunately continues to climb. Now here's where it gets even more complicated: the housing crisis. With so many homes destroyed, finding shelter for these displaced families has become a top priority. Add to that widespread power outages affecting hundreds of thousands, and you've got a real emergency on your hands. State Representative and paramedic Mark Pless emphasized the dire need to restore power, especially with winter approaching. But temporary shelters are just a band-aid on a much bigger wound. The long-term housing needs are a major concern, especially in regions already struggling with affordable housing shortages. Haywood County, for instance, was hit hard and was already grappling with a lack of affordable options even before the storm. To make matters worse, the county's largest employer, a major paper mill, recently shut down, putting even more strain on residents trying to pay rent. Efforts to provide housing after Tropical Storm Fred in 2021 were limited and underfunded. But there's a potential silver lining here. The scale of destruction from Hurricane Helene might make communities eligible for FEMA grants that were previously out of reach. These grants could be a lifeline, offering crucial assistance to rebuild and secure housing for those in desperate need. Despite the grim situation, stories of resilience are emerging. Take Devonna Brown, whose family home was nearly destroyed. She chose to stay, relying on a generator and collecting rainwater. Her determination and spirit are reflective of many in the community. They're not just surviving, they're fighting to rebuild their lives. The immediate focus is, of course, on rescue and recovery, but the pressing need for long-term solutions remains. Authorities are scrambling to find ways to provide safe and stable housing for all those displaced by the storm. FEMA recently announced Serious Needs Assistance grants, offering a ray of hope. These grants aim to help with home repairs, covering property losses, and aiding those displaced. It's not a complete solution, but it's a start. As recovery efforts continue, the focus will inevitably shift toward rebuilding lives and communities. So, what's next for North Carolina? The road ahead is tough, but with collective effort, resilience, and a bit of hope, there's a brighter future on the horizon. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on this and other pressing issues. Stay safe, everyone.